Today we're going to be talking about one of the most affordable places to buy a home in the Triangle. Stick around.
The town we're going to talk about today is Garner, North Carolina. So if you're looking at a map, Garner is directly south of Raleigh. It's kind of in between. So, we've talked about Clayton. A lot of people are familiar with Clayton. It's on the east side of Garner. A lot of folks are familiar with Holly Springs and Fuquay. It's on the west side of Garner. Garner kind of splits the two in the middle. But like Cindy said, is a very affordable location. And it's very convenient to Raleigh, to downtown Raleigh. I mean, it is super. It's more convenient than those than Clayton, Holly Springs, or Fuquay to downtown Raleigh. Definitely. And a lot of people talk about Garner, but it's a really great option if you need to be close to Raleigh and you're looking for a more affordable place to live.
Definitely. And like Zach mentioned, with it being close to Raleigh, it has great highway access, which I think is one of the things that makes it really stand out. So you're very close to Highway 40 and also 70 right there in Clayton and Garner. And
speaking of highway access, Garner is going to be one of the main beneficiaries of the expansion of 540. So 540 is the loop that currently cuts on the north side of the Triangle and on the west side, but there's a southern portion that is currently being built. We get asked, when is it going to be completed? According to the NC DOT, they say TBD. on their website. And so
super helpful.
Yeah, no one knows. I have no clue when it's going to be complete. However, Garner is going to be one of the main beneficiaries of that because it's literally cutting through Garner.
So, like we mentioned, Garner is one of our more affordable areas of the Triangle. So when you're looking at price points, just to put things into comparison a little bit, Raleigh in general is going to put you an average price point around $510,000. Obviously things can be much cheaper and much more expensive. This is just an overall average in Raleigh. In Garner, it's only $377,000. So
it's
quite a big difference to be as close to Raleigh as it is. To be like $125,000 less is considerable.
I mean, that's significant.
Yeah,
that's significant. Yeah, so obviously significantly cheaper than Raleigh, but that access to Raleigh is still there.
Right. And then when you're comparing it to maybe other Wake County area suburbs, that still puts you significantly less expensive than most of the suburbs around the area, like Holly Springs, Fuquay, Cary, Apex. Those are all going to be much more expensive than Garner. So that's probably going to be our most budget-friendly option in Wake County.
If you're interested in, because I mean, a lot of folks are interested in just the southern portion of the Triangle, and there's a lot of reasons for that. One is price point. One is there's just more options when it comes to new construction. But a lot of folks, they're interested in Clayton or they're interested in Fuquay. If you're interested in those two areas, Garner should be in the mix as well, because there's new construction options there as well. The price points are going to be matching close to what those areas would be, and so it completes the circle on the southern portion of the Triangle, just making it just a more affordable location.
Yeah, and speaking of location and comparing it to Clayton, Garner also is kind of split between Wake County and Johnston County, and you kind of notice that with Clayton, we're in Johnston County as well. So the further you kind of get to Garner, you're kind of encroaching on Clayton. So if you're considering Clayton, Garner could be a great option. Just something to keep in mind when you're home hunting. If you're on, check the county that you're looking at the home in, because the taxes will be different and the school system will be different depending on the county that you're in. So make sure if being in Wake County schools is important to you, don't buy a house in Garner on the Johnston County side. Or vice versa.
I know we're talking a lot about distance from Garner to Raleigh. So if you plug into a map, I mean, really from the heart of Garner to the heart of downtown Raleigh is about a 15 to 20 minute drive. Now, Garner doesn't have it does have a downtown, but it's very, very, very small, so it doesn't really count. But if you just plug Garner into the map and then plug downtown Raleigh into the map, it's about a 15-minute drive.
Right, and it borders it, so you could be way closer than that or a little bit further away, but that's going to be your average there. Speaking of downtown, there was a cute little coffee shop that
it was closed though. It was closed.
Yeah, it was closed. We wanted to check it out, but it looks really cute.
There's also a cupcake shop, which we did not go into as well.
You wouldn't let me.
No, I would. I was willing to get a cupcake.
Willing to. If I have to get a cupcake, I will willingly eat all the cupcakes.
We should have gone when we were there. We drove right past it.
Yeah. So as far as what is in the area to do or shopping and things like that, you know, it's a smaller town. It's not going to have the amazing amenity access maybe that like Raleigh does, for example. But
it's pretty stinking good.
But there's
it's
a lot
really
that's there. So you really don't. I don't think you'd have to feel like you have to leave all the time. Maybe for some entertainment purposes, but as far as shopping goes, there's a lot there at the White Oak Shopping Center. You've got Target, grocery stores. I mean, all of your kind of big name type of restaurants are in there. You know, like Panera Bread and Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, of course, my favorite. There is one. So in case that's a concern of yours, there is one right there. So there's a lot of good and easy access to those kind of places without necessarily having to like get on the highway or anything like that.
Yeah. And as far as parks go, there is a large park there as well. Lake Benson Park's got a lot of fields, got a big playground, a lake there also. Hence the name Lake Benson. But it's a really nice area as well.
So for the overall kind of feel and culture to Garner, you know, I feel like there's a lot of new construction going on in the area, and the area's grown a lot in like the last 5 years or so. So you kind of have a lot of that draw as far as like if you want something new, there's going to be a lot of more affordable new construction options going on in Garner. But then you have a lot of the old as well. So I feel like it's a good, healthy mix between the two. I feel like some of the other Wake County suburbs, sometimes everything feels
new,
way too new, and I feel like you kind of lose some character and everything looks a little too perfect. But in Garner, I feel like you have a good mix. Like it feels a lot more rural than some of those other areas do, and you have a lot of the new builds, but some older, like more 70s style houses, just a little bit more unique, which I really liked.
Yeah, and Scotty McCreery, if you listen to country music, I believe he is from Garner.
The Water Tower Town.
He's from Garner, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool piece of history right there.
It is. It's a big deal in North Carolina.
It is. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we'd love for you to be a part of the channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button below. If you're looking to sell or buy in the area, just let us know. We'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. If you have questions about the area, maybe you're considering moving here, we'd love to be your resource as well, so feel free to reach out. Our number is below. It was at the beginning of the video as well. You're maybe curious what that number was. That's our number. You can text it, you can call it. Our email address is below as well, and you can also find us on Instagram.
Yeah, feel free to come over and follow us on Instagram. You can find us at The Honeycut Realtors, or you can go to our website, honeycutrealtors.com. We'd love to have you following along with our local adventures.
But thanks again for tuning in, and we will see y'all next time.